Hello and welcome to Connect MKE. I'm your host, Denise Calloway. School is out for the summer. The end of the school year is usually an exciting time for kids and families. But the end of the school year can be a difficult time for some families, especially those who depend on free or reduced price school meals to provide daily nutrition for their children. All of Milwaukee Public Schools' 68,000 students get free meals because so many are from low-income households. But what do all those children do when school is not in session? That's where the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County comes in with its effort to provide tens of thousands of free meals each summer with the Feed the Kids program. Let's learn more about this important effort from Jennifer Stewart. She is the Community Outreach Programs Manager for the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County. Welcome, Jennifer, and thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Tell us how the Feed the Kids program got started.
Sure. So basically, the basic foundation for the program is to feed families through nourishment and spirituality. But it officially began in 1990 when the divisional commander here at the Salvation Army read a newspaper article stating that kids were hungry in the summers because of the fact that they didn't get those free and reduced meals during the summer months. So put a call to action together to his staff and said, we need to fix this. And so they purchased some lunch meat and had donated bread and had a few volunteers make some sandwiches. They went out in a van and kind of within a random 10-block area, they handed out approximately 100 to 200 lunches. And they saw the need just continuing to grow every day, year after year. And so we finally decided that we would create a more formalized program rather than each individual corps doing something. We could reach a larger population by having a formalized program here at the warehouse at 60th and Silver Spring.
How many meals have you served to young people since the program began in 1990?
Well, since 1990, we have served 2,739,540 lunches. And last year alone, we served a little over 65,000 lunches. And we're looking at probably around 70,000 for this year.
How has the program changed or expanded from the very beginning until where you are this year in 2023?
Well, we now hire a seasonal staff to take out those lunches. We have recruited volunteers, and we are also going out now 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And because of the growing numbers in the community, we have established a route on the north side of Milwaukee, the northwest side of Milwaukee, and also on the south side of Milwaukee, where we're able to distribute lunches through all three of those areas to hit all of the needs of the city of Milwaukee.
When the different vehicles go out and the vans and the trucks that have the meals with them, how does that work when they arrive at a location? What happens?
So we typically have our staff pull up at a specified location, and anyone who approaches the van is eligible for a lunch. So even though the program says feed the kids, we actually have that available to everyone. We know that the poverty level in Milwaukee, last year alone was very high at about 30%. We know that just with the children alone in the city of Milwaukee, it's about 26%. So we offer those meals to anyone and everyone that comes up to the van. So we try to have a little bit of order as those children come up to the van. And we work with them handing out lunches and water at that time as well.
Oftentimes, our workers and volunteers seeing the same children every day.
Yes. So year after year, summer after summer, we do see a lot of generations. We have seen generations grow up, and now their children are receiving those same lunches. And those people are extremely grateful that we are able to provide that meal for them, because sometimes that's the only meal they'll receive during the week, or during that day, I should say, especially in the summer months. So they're very grateful. And we do have the opportunity to develop with our ministry team going out as well, to develop those personal relationships with not only the families, but the children themselves.
What do you hope is the outcome of those personal relationships that you're able to establish as it comes to helping families?
So we really try to encourage families. We know that communities these days are really taxed with a lot of pressures, whether it is financial, whether it is, the community itself, the violence that we have seen. So we really want families to know that we are a safe haven, that we are here to help you and to pray with you if you need it. So like we said, we're not just here for that food nourishment, but want you to know that, spiritually, we want you also to be safe as well.
Are you able to connect families or even young people themselves at that point in time to any other programs that the Salvation Army offers?
Absolutely. So we do provide resources for any families that are looking for just about anything. Our cores offer quite a few opportunities, not only for the families or the single parent or the single people, but also for the children, such as a Bible study or a summer youth program like a summer Bible study. They offer meals at their locations and really try to encourage a safe haven for families and children alike to come into that community center. We also work very closely with 211. So if we don't have the opportunity to provide them with the resource, we give them their contact, and we're able then to connect with them. And the fact that we do see families regularly, we're able to follow up with them as well and try to give them any other assistance that comes up along the way.
Let's talk a little bit about this year, 2023. When does the program begin, and how long will it run?
Certainly. So our program kicks off. Our first day of meals will be on June 20th this year, and we will run, like we said, Monday through Friday until August 25th. The only day that we are not delivering lunches is for the holiday on July 4th. However, we also, the day before, provide 2 lunches to accommodate that closure. So we don't want families to go without just because of the holiday.
And again, an entire family can come in or come to the location and see what's going on, and everyone can be fed and get that extra meal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone is welcome, no matter the age. Absolutely.
When the buses, the vehicles arrive for folks, are there volunteers who are helping to staff the bus or the vehicles that provide the food as well, or is that all staff?
That is all staff. We have our volunteers prepare the lunches ahead of time for us. So the staff just takes out those pre-prepared meals that day and is handing them out.
And about how much time do you spend at each location? Just for as long as the people who are gathered there, or are there set times for each stop?
So there are set times for each stop. So each stop is approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And they're there for that duration and then move on to the next stop.
How can people find out which stops are in their neighborhood?
Sure. So they can call us here directly at the warehouse, which is 414-464-2940. They can look on our website at samilwaukee.org. We also partner with the Hunger Task Force, and they have an interactive website that you can put in your zip code, and you will find any food locations or meal sites within your zip code or near you. Or they can also contact 211 and find out any of those locations.
Lots of different ways for people to be able to find the locations that are closest to them.
Absolutely.
You mentioned volunteers are really important because they help to get the lunches ready. What is in a typical lunch?
Sure. So a typical lunch will consist of a sandwich. So we're looking at, like a ham sandwich or a bologna sandwich. We also have string cheese. We give another nutritious snack, such as either apples or carrots. We give chips, a dessert, and a bottled water.
So in some ways, it's similar to the kind of meal that kids might get in school during the school year.
Correct. Correct. So we're just another extension of those lunches.
If someone wants to volunteer, they want to help, they understand now perhaps a little bit better the need that exists in the summertime. If they want to volunteer, what can they do?
Sure. So they can contact our website. Again, it's samilwaukee.org. There's a link that you can click on for volunteering, and that'll guide you through our volunteer process. You can also donate. We always are looking for food for those lunches. So you can donate here at the distribution center at the warehouse, or at our divisional headquarters as well. And again, the reason we're here is based off of the donations that we receive from generous people who support our mission.
Jennifer Stewart from the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County, thank you so much for being here with us today and telling us about this program.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.